Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Hey, tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your talking to? You ready to go, Jen?
Yes.
You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Hey,
You know you love me. Welcome back, gatekeepers. Welcome back to Beyond the Gates Unlocked, and thank you so much for joining me here right on the So What You Think channel for today's recap of Beyond the Gates. Now listen, it's Wednesday, honey. It's a hump day, and we officially over the hump, headed downhill toward Friday. And if the gates have been doing a little too much this week, we're going to unpack all things and make it make sense. So go ahead and settle in, get comfortable, and let's get into it. But before we do, y'all already know what I'm going to say. Hit the like button if you haven't already, because you don't want our officer of the doggone like button to have to remind you, but she will. She don't mind. That's her job. Miss Belinda here will let you know to hit the like button. It really does help the channel and lets YouTube know that the gatekeepers are in the building and to tell somebody else for us. Now, if you're able, I want you to remind you to becoming a channel member is a good thing to do so you don't miss out on all the extra fun and side conversations and all the most. The behind the gates moments that happen over here. No pressure, just support if and when you can. You also can show some love with a super sticker or super chat during the show, and trust me, it's always appreciated and noticed. Now, let me pause right here and say thank you to my amazing moderators. Say hello to them and to Tony Lynn, our official greeter here over on the So What You Think channel, who we've been missing so much, and I do pray that he and his family are okay. They help everyone who wait, hold on, I want to get this right. So I want you to take time and thank my amazing moderators and to everyone who plays the gatekeepers game down in the chat. Y'all help keep this thing moving, flowing, and respectful, and I truly appreciate you for everything that the moderators do, because it's a job, honey, and they do it well. I always tell y'all the chat belongs to them, not to me. Now, unless something really serious happens, take it up with the mods, them people with the blue wrenches. Don't be coming over here crying to me. Now, gatekeepers, remember, the comment section is where the magic happens. When you comment, you officially become part of what's going on with the show. I want you to know that we see what you're talking about. We want to know what you think and what you think is coming up behind, what you think is coming up on Beyond the Gates as well. So let me scroll on down here and see who's down here typing down in the comment.
Who's that typing in the comments?
All right, let me scroll up and let you know. Miss Lil was the first one in here today, and she says, hey, Miss Jen, gatekeepers and the mods. Miss Lil, I may have to temporarily put you in as the greeter until we get Tony Lynn back, because I don't know what's happening. We hope he's okay. But Miss Lynn usually is over here first these days. So she says, hi, Miss Jen, gatekeepers and the mods. Hello to you too. Elaine, who is one of our mods, says, hey, gatekeepers. Hey, Miss Elaine. Hey, Miss Jen, cousin Linda, KB, Bilo Didi, Officer Belinda, and Raven Maniac. Kelly S. is in the house and says, good evening, Miss Jen, mods, and to the chat. Good evening to you too. Rhonda Reed is also in the house and says, good evening, everyone. Myrtle Tinsder is checking in, and she says, hey, Miss Jen, gatekeepers and the mods. Raven Maniac is also here, and he says, hello, fellow gatekeepers, Ms. Jen, the Mod Squad. I'm over here patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the week. As I take my seat, I will continue to be discreet while sipping on BTG tea. But Linda Bain is also in the house. Hey sis, says good evening. I hit the like button on the way in. Can't wait to hear the recap. Kelly S says, why was Haley flirting with Isaiah? Child. Wasn't she though? Like you know I'm a clocker. KB Mommy says, greetings. And so what you think, my Mod Squad sisters? Linda, Bilo Dee, Destiny, my cousin Tony Lynn, my sister Officer Belinda Hill, and my boo Elaine T, and my good friend Bailiff Raven Maniac. Hey KB and hey cute little baby. Hey cute little baby. I'm talking about the baby in the picture. Look at that cute little baby in the picture. He's so cute. He is. He just is sweet. He don't do nothing wrong. He don't do nothing wrong. That little sweet face baby right there don't do nothing wrong. Don't even bark loud or nothing. I already know. All right, y'all. Well, that's who's checked in so far. So we ain't about to waste no time. We gonna get to it. Cause I know y'all want to talk about some stuff. Y'all unlock these gates. Let us in here. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. That's right, baby. The gatekeepers are coming through. Let the gatekeepers in. Let us in, let us in, let us in, let us in. Hold on, let me scroll up to something I want to be. Okay. All right, I just want to leave something all set up. All right, here we go. To the pictures. And I'm going to tell y'all right now. I saw Bill's stomach was sticking out a little bit today. And if anybody want to start, if you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. If you want to be starting something, you know I'm going to finish it. Because I ain't about to take no stuff about Bill today. I ain't in the mood. But I seen it. You know I'm fair. I am. Doche say, hey, I ain't want to say your baby name till you said it. Hey, Doche. Hey, Doche. Hey, Doche, baby. Okay. All right. So let's get up here to these pictures. First of all, Chelsea had stopped by her grands and Anita was standing there from the back and she was like, excuse me, who are you at my grandmama's house? I'm like, girl, first of all, let's not act like your grandmama can't have no company now. Let's not act like people don't come to the main home. Okay. You know, my Lord, you had that. That'd have been different if she was in there picking up stuff. Then you could have been like, excuse me, why are you picking up our very expensive Fabergé eggs and whatnot, ma'am? Put it down. But she was just standing there. Good goody buddy Bill. I felt sorry for the day. Okay, goody buddy. Okay, goody buddy. I got your goody buddy, KB. Just hold on. Just hold on. Anyway, but she loved the new haircut on her. She's like, oh, Gran, look at you. And she went to touch that wig. Child, Anita had to take her hand down like, girl, you know we on TV. Get your hand out my hair when you messed around here and shift a piece of hair to the wrong side, girl, and make this wig shift. Girl, what's wrong with you? But she took it down real cute, though. Go back and look. You'll see what I'm saying. She took that. Matter of fact, she got her hand on her down in this picture, because she was taking her hand off of her hair. Those earrings are exquisite. They are. And Anita has some pretty skin. Let us just say, Anita has some beautiful skin. Anyway, Chelsea liked the new look. Now, Martin and Smitty was video chatting and blah, 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 blah. He was at work still working on the secret, blah, 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 blah. Now, Naomi had went over to her cousin's house, which I always want to say brother, because it seems more to me like they should have been brother and sister. Don't it seem that way to you? I always feel like they should have been brother and sister. And Kat and the other girls should have been sisters. That's the way I see it. But okay, whatever. But anyway, she done stopped by there because he said he wanted some help with some campaign stuff. And she was like, child, first of all, I done brought this food and everything. What I'm trying to figure out is why you got us doing all this stuff that you be paying people to do. What she was like, I don't understand. Okay. Now, this man, Max, who was nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs, he was sweating and carrying on. Max done came up in there and he was so scared. He met him to tell him, he said, I can't do it no more. I don't want to be the sauce no more. I don't want to be the sauce. I was like, child, it looks very stressful. Now, Haley was in Bill's office. She wasn't doing nothing but tapping her nails on the office. But it just seems, girl, that right now you could be sitting there breathing, which you basically was doing, and it's gonna be getting on Bill's nerve because right now Bill don't want to be bothered with you, girl. He don't, girl. That's just the flat out truth. He don't want to be bothered with you right now. He want Danny. He got Danny on the brain. He don't want to be bothered with you, girl. I'm sorry. It's not our fault. Don't get mad at us. But she was tapping them nails, and Bill was looking at her like, "Must you breathe?" I've seen people in that kind of predicament before where they just so sick of each other. They just like, why are you in here? Why are you breathing? Why are your eyes open? Why are you blinking? And that's about what Bill was with it. He was like, "Do you have to do that?" And she was like, "What?" And he made the mistake of bringing up Danny's name for a brief, quick second, like a half of a millisecond. And she was like, He said, and then Carolyn came up in there, right? And Carolyn was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I needed to go over something with Bill on his schedule." And Bill said, "That's okay. She was just getting ready to leave." He had already told her, "Why don't you go spend some money or something? Go be cute, go be pretty, go be young, girl. But get out of here. I don't want to smell your perfume. No, that ain't what Danny wear. Girl, please be gone." So Carolyn showing up was just exactly what he needed for the moment. Now, when he left out of there, though, what's her name was like, "Now, Bill, what's going on? Why are you treating her like that? Is something or someone on your mind?" I was like, "Girl, you are overstepping your bounds. Baby doll, you are." That's what the man told Baby doll in the 500. But Baby doll, now you are overstepping your bounds. And you overstepping your bounds, Carol. You overstepping your bounds. You'll be asking your boss what it is on his mind. Ain't none of your business. Cash your check and go home, girl. Anyway, now they brought us right back to the scene with Danny and Andre when she had just said that she had put her lips on Bill. But it was just a goodbye. Andre asked, "A goodbye to Bill or a goodbye to me?" I was like, "Ooh, girl, that's a good question. Which one is it, girl? Which one is it?" Because he got you dead right now. Man. He do, girl. He do. But anyway, he was like, "Who you saying goodbye to? Him or me?" Because girl, in a minute, I'm about to bust out and burn a song. I never can say goodbye. Okay. But anyway, she sits there and she starts talking her way out of this thing. She said it was closure to all that we had. Girl, I thought y'all had this already. Didn't y'all had closure already? Didn't y'all had the last time y'all was kissing wasn't that closure? And the other time wasn't that closure? How many more times y'all gotta close the door? Let me rub your back where you say so. I mean, how many more times y'all got to close this door, girl? But anyway, Andre's sitting there listening to her. She was like, "Yes, see, it's closure to all that we had." And, it's the kind of thing we just looking back over everything. And she started crying. I was like, "Girl, you better let them tears flow because you better manipulate this moment, girl, because you done messed up." She was like, "Oh, no, but see, I know all that Bill put me through over and over and over and over again with all those different paralegals," which he had also made Haley. Which, sidebar, Danny, since you had known that your husband had a propensity for sleeping with the paralegals, then why in the world would you have been the one that suggested that Bill would turn Haley into one of the said paralegals, therefore giving them time to spend at the office behind a closed door, reason to eat lunches and whatnots? Girl, is you crazy? But anyway, I digress. She said, it was paralegal after paralegal that he was messing around with, and always the same excuses. And she says that she knew that she was fighting a losing battle, and that she ended up losing not just herself, but her self-respect because she did that. That was a good save, Daddy. Now, I believed you, girl. I do. I believed you. I believe your pain was real. But, girl, that was a good save because little Andre was about to get upset. Little Andre was about to get upset, girl. So to turn on the waterworks and get that good story going. Now, Bill done sidestep Caroline because that ain't none of her business what she and asking about. Give me 1 second, please. Caroline here asking about things above her pay grade that she ain't got no business asking about. You don't question your boss like this. So he just gets on talking about something else, fills her in on his hospital visit instead, and him not drinking that tea no more. He gives her a gift while she's there too, a brand new Mercedes Benz. Let me tell you something. Brand new Mercedes Benz. Are you talking anymore about what Bill doing and who he talking to? This ain't none of my business. My business is to regulate your schedule and bring you some coffee for you and these people that come in here to meet. Okay? Thank you for the new Mercedes. He told her, no, no, no. She was like, this is too much. You and Haley are already giving me a party. It's gonna be a party. Is it gonna be a party? Do we get to see it? Because y'all done brought it up, so it must be a reason it's gonna be a party. What we gonna see at the party? What's gonna happen at the party? But anyway, she said Bill and Haley are already giving her a party. She's like, this is too much. And he says, no, 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 no. Loyalty and discretion are something that should always be rewarded, he told her. And I do hope that Caroline understands. Now, Caroline, I do hope, girl, that you understand that in exchange for that there Mercedes Benz, that what Bill is telling you that is that you shall soon have to understand the assignment in silence. Because it's about to be a whole lot of shaking going on. You're going to have to keep your mouth closed, little boo-boo. Little girl, you're going to have to hush. You're going to have to hush. But I mean, if I'm going to be quiet, let me be quiet in my new Mercedes Benz that was gifted to me. I don't know nothing, ain't seen nothing. This is my boss anyway, ain't none of my business. Now, Martin tells Naomi that their grandma had fainted and how scared Vernon was. And she was like, yeah, I know losing somebody you really love can be really hard. And so that's basically what they were talking about. Now, this man here, Max is out of breath and scared. He was sweating, drinking water left and right, shaking like a leaf on a tree in a windstorm. He said, I saw my boss today and he called all of the couriers in there together. And then he said that he needed to clear the air because somebody been running their mouth and there's loose lips sink ships. And then he said that his boss was pacing the floor like a caged animal. I bet you this person ain't even that big. I bet you they ain't. But anyway, he was pacing the floor like a wild animal caught in a cage. And then all of a sudden out the blue, he hit this other guy named Kyle. Boobity bobbity bip bip bip, just tore him up. I was like, what? So you saying your boss was standing there talking to y'all, and then all of a sudden, oh, he slid up on Kyle and did that. He beat the brakes off Kyle. Ooh, he was like, child. After they got through beating him down, it was blood and stuff everywhere. And so then after that, they went and dumped him in front of the ER like he was nothing, and we don't even know if he's still alive. He was like, I'm scared. I don't want to be the leak no more. I got to get out of this. I don't want to do it no more. Because if they did that to Kyle, and don't tell him what they're going to do to me. I was like, child, you ain't lying. You got reason to be scared. Now, Iz and Isaiah are at the no-name spot, and Jacob's laughing at Iz's news of him being a model. He was like, you a model? He was like, look now. He said, I can't wait for you to tell daddy this is what you about to do for a living, this model. He was like, oh, yeah, that's probably going to make him mad. I said to myself, now that's probably what's going to make him model. Because you know he can't stand his dad, and his dad can't stand him. I mean, they love each other, but they don't like each other. There's a difference. Now, he asked Jacob how the case was going. He said, it's hard, it's hard, but I'm determined to show dad that I know what I'm doing. I was like, well, you go on and show your dad it in. We'll be back. Now, Smitty, whose life is not in jeopardy. Smitty, your life is not on the jeopardize. Max's life is on the jeopardize, okay? And Max scared, but he's like, you got to keep going. You can't stop. This is too important not to keep going because plasma is being stolen and people are passing away. This little boy over here, he 8 years old, 8 years old, and he can't even get the blood he need because your people stealing it all. And he was like, and I would have told him, I'm sorry, but lean in. Let me tell you this again. My life is on the jeopardized. Did you hear what I had said? I don't know the little boy that said, now I'm not trying to be, insensitive. But Max might have cheerings too. How you gonna push this man to do something this man just clearly told you he seen somebody else get the brakes beat off them, and now you want him to go back in there so you can have a story? So at the end of the story, it can say story by Smiths. By Smith. Child, ain't nobody thinking about you. This man ain't right now, no way. He's scared, and he should be scared. You should help if you can, but he's scared because But anyway, this man said he don't know what to do. This man danged if he do and danged if he don't. Because the man, he was like, you know what? If you leave, though, they gonna know it was you anyway. So, I think this is when he told him. Could have been later, but I'll see if I'm ahead of myself. Naomi talking to Martin about how hard caregiving can be and that they need to be there for Vernon too. Okay. And then she understands the stuff that Anita's going through. We don't want to be insensitive, but blah, blah, blah. Now, Anita talks about how one time she burned her hair off and she had to do a new hairdo. So, she's used to changing her look and doing something, kind of dramatic. So this is not too much for her. She can handle it. And what else did she tell her? I'm trying to be interested in it. Hold on for a second. Hold on. I'm fine. Anyway, she ends up telling her how we Dupree women are women who chase our dreams. And she was like, oh, I'm glad you said that because Kat is mad at me right now because I told her I might be moving my girlfriend to Copenhagen. And she was like, okay. Copenhagen? Okay. Now, Andre wants Danny to know that Bill was a fool to let her go. And I don't care about Bill regretting losing you. You're mine now. And I will fight for you. I will punch Bill right in the belly button if I have to. He done told her now. Because I'm going to fight every night just to prove my love. And Danny says that she's not going anyplace, so he ain't got to worry. Well, Danny, I'm glad that's how you feel today. But Andre's worried about their kiss. And Danny says that she will draw a line in the concrete with Bill. And that he is only to talk to her about the girls and him being in charge of the girls. She was like, don't you worry, that's all we're going to talk about is the girls. I'm going to walk into the future with you, Andre. I'm like, oh, that's so cute for now, child. That's so cute for now. That's so cute until Bill want to put them lips back on you. Now, right after that, Danny went straight over there to Bill's office so that she could tell Bill exactly how she felt. She said, but I saw Caroline on the way in. See, she got a new car. She was always so loyal to you, Bill. And he was like, she liked you. She said, let's not get it twisted. She was nice to me because I was your wife. But she was always covering up for you, all the little tracks that you was making when you was doing what you was doing. And now I feel you must be doing the same thing for her, for Haley, thus the Mercedes. I was like, girl. Well, I guess she would know. Because you the one you did it to her. So Danny should know your moves. She know your moves. Anyway, she said, oh, I'm sorry. After that, that's where they stopped. Okay, so we went now. So now Haley little fast tail in this almost fuzzy wuzzy jacket. This jacket just looked bald head. I mean, right here, do it look like it's been plucked to death. Girl, what is this you wearing? Mr. Snuffleupagus? Did they cut up Mr. Snuffleupagus and make this jacket? Because this Snuffleupagus jacket is just taking me out. It do look lightweight, though. It do, girl. But it just, you can keep that. Anyhow, she done run in the ears over here at the no-name spot, and she flirting. Oh, she was flirting. Hi, Isaiah. It's so nice to run into you. And she says, if I didn't know any better, I would think you were avoiding me. And he said, I would have to be thinking about you in order to do that, right? So Why would I be avoiding? Nobody thinking about you, girl. Okay. Mhm. So then she said, she asked about that girl. And he was like, you mean my girlfriend? Eva? Yes, my girlfriend. She was like, oh, okay. But anyway, I'm surprised you would be hanging out with somebody like that because you know that her and her mother schemed around and you know that she messed with her sister's boyfriend. You know that, right? And he was like, well, I'm not one to be listening to stuff like that because if I did, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. Because I'm like, I'm glad, you know what? See, I'm trying to tell you one thing I do like about Isaiah. Isaiah stands up for the person he like. Isaiah ain't Millie Mouse. Isaiah's not Millie Mouse. He's not. Isaiah stands up for Eve. He's like, oh, you mean like, as a girl, if we're going to be going on that, then you need to take 5 giant steps back. Mother may I. Okay? Because we all know what your reputation is up in here. But anyway, this girl gonna pull out her phone talking about, have you seen the pictures from Winterfest? Oh, wait, let me show them to you. So she's scrolling through the pictures. I already knew what was about to happen. And, sidebar. Did y'all notice that she had got in front of Isaiah's thigh and was all but sitting on that man's lap? Because he had one leg over here, one over there. And she got in between to get up close to show him these pictures. You see she behind the table with him, right? Okay. A little fast tail. But anyway, she's scrolling through pictures. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. That was a picture only meant for Bill. For Bill's eyes only. And he was like, oh, ooh. But see now, I think you should have got up and you should have pushed on the floor. Get away from me, you workers of lawlessness. You should have just pushed on the floor. Should have pushed on the floor, child. Because I don't know. You should have took her drink and throw it over there across the floor or something. I don't know. Because, you being real raggedy right now, Haley. You is raggedy. Now, Jacob came back and he was like, I got to leave. I gotta go. So she was like, that's okay. I'll keep your brother company, all comfy and cozy for you while you go. He was like, oh, Lord, here we go. Now, Shanice and Ashley are at work doing what coworkers do when they work at the hospital, talking about work. And she was like, so, girl, you know that case where they dropped that person in front of the door? This the person Max was talking about, the guy that's scared, that's trying to work with Smitty. And she was like, and Ashley said, oh, God. She's like, I'm just not used to people just dumping people off like that. And she's like, girl, I'm used to that. That happens all the time. And I was like, And Shanice said, well, usually when something like that happens, it's a shady situation. The reason why they don't stop, they just drop and roll. They just dropped them off and kept rolling. Okay. She said, but usually it means it's a shady situation. So then Ashley says, well, he should be released tonight if his vitals stay good. If his vitals stay good. Now, is Nurse Lulu coming back? Because ain't neither one of y'all at work tonight. Is Nurse Lulu gonna be on? Huh? Is she gonna be on staff tonight? Because I got a feeling something about to happen with his vitals. I don't know. But anyway, his name was Kyle. Kyle. C-A-L. Kyle. Okay. But anyway, that was the guy's name that they left at the hospital. So then she was like, so I did notice that Bill had came in. So what's up with that? I was like, yeah, what's up with that? She was like, well, he got a new doctor. Because what's her name? Gonna be going to Copenhagen on that thing she going on. So Bill got a new doctor. She was like, do tell. So while talking about Bill, which leads to Chelsea, that's when they talked about that Dr. That Madison Montgomery. What is Dr. last name? Montgomery? Madison Montgomery? Is that her name? Dr. Montgomery? Because I didn't start calling Madison so much. Anyway, Dr. Montgomery. Yeah, Montgomery. Dr. Montgomery is going to be going to Copenhagen. So that's when they talk about that. Now back over here with Chelsea, speaking of Copenhagen, she was telling her grand all about it and how Kat feels about it. And Kat was all upset about it. She feels like I'm making a mistake. And she was flipping out because she's like, you're turning your life upside down. And I don't think you should. And she said, because Gran is going through cancer. And Anita said, wait a minute. I don't want anybody to stand still in life due to this cancer prognosis. I want you guys to keep on living. But I do kind of agree with Kat that you shouldn't have to move to have some love in your life so that it will endure. So she's like, because no matter where you are, you should feel stable in that. And see Catherine, kitty cat. This is how you tell somebody something like that. Not with the niceness that you did, not with all the picking at her relationship. Your grandmother was straightforward but firm. But what she didn't do was throw a hissy fit about it. You didn't have to throw no big old tantrum about it. And that's how you tell somebody something like that. But the rest of that stuff that you said was uncalled for a young lady. But as I said, I'm looking forward to Catherine growing up so that we don't have to keep on putting up with all this here. Because look at here. I don't care if Cat is 22, 21, or 20. She needs to learn how to park her lips in place, and somebody needs to tell her. Otherwise, what we going to do? Let her be 24 doing this, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then what is like she 40 and she's still doing this? Somebody still got to tell her that she out of place. She didn't want nobody poking at her when she was deciding if she was going to keep Tomas, who had done cheated on her. How much of yourself did you turn upside down and stay with that man after you did that, Catherine? And a girl? Can somebody tell Catherine I'm calling her? Paging Catherine. Please, somebody ask Catherine how much of her life did she turn upside down when she decided to stay with a man that cheated on her with her sister? Can we please talk about that, girl? Did you turn your life upside down for that, girl? Did you turn yourself? Was you chasing? What were you doing, girl? Was that desperate behavior? No, we got it wrong. Okay, let us know, girl. We'll check back in when we're trying to judge your life and how you choosing to do what you do. Anyway, what was the last thing I wrote down here? Okay, so Chelsea has to decide, do she want to go or do you want to be scared and love somebody? What you want to do, girl? Ashley is surprised that Chelsea don't want to stay home while Anita is getting her chemo. And now that Bill has health issues, but see what Ashley doesn't know is that Chelsea don't know that yet. So she was like, but now that her dad is having problems, look like she would want to stay. I'm like, girl, I agree with that, but the girl don't know about her dad too, child. Now Jacob meets Smitty and hears that the source don't want to play no more. And Jacob panics because they need Max in order for him to vouch for him for Jacob. Okay, so here's the thing though, right? How is Max vouching for you if you don't know who the source is? Didn't he not supposed to know who the source was, or did he finally tell him who the source was? Because now you sitting here waiting to get a text from the source, Jacob, so you must know the source by now. It's just me, I don't know. Because, just go and call him by his name, Max, okay? Max has the vouch for him to become one of the couriers. I don't know, child. I wouldn't have got you no job over there with me. Because you ain't going to protect nobody. Chelsea stopped by the Martins and tells Naomi that their grandmama got a haircut, blah, 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 blah. And then she told them that she was moving to Copenhagen, blah, 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 blah. And then her sister, is that her sister? Yeah, her sister said, well, did you think that I was supposed to tell you not to go? Because she was surprised that she was like, nobody was panicking that she said she was going to Copenhagen. She was like, so y'all not going to trip out? And they was like, no, it's your choice. And she was like, you know what? Let me get on up out of here and go have a conversation with somebody. Now, Bill tells Danny that he's not up for no whole bunch of what he had did to her and what a horrible husband he was, nor no whole Haley bashing session. Danny said, that's funny, seeing how you have recently said that you had buyer's remorse. Then he realizes that Vernon done told her that, but come on now, this is a lawyer. He knows your daddy was going to tell you that, girl. Bill is a plotter, girl. Don't you know Bill is a plotting and a planning on you, girl? He is. He about to put that little young boy at the pastor, child. Anyway, she was like, yeah, I heard all about it. And she said that, my father was hurt too because he used to look at you as more than a son-in-law. He also looked at you as the son that he never had, Vernon. And the fact that you disappointed me disappointed him. And Bill was looking sad. Give me a second. Bill was looking sad because he always looks sad where it comes to Vernon, because I really think he did see Vernon as the father that he never had, or the kind of father that he never had. Smitty has tried to talk Max out of it, or try to talk Max out of quitting, because they need to get Jacob in. into this new courier position. And they waiting to hear from him to find out, is that going to happen or no? I guess. Martin tells Naomi how much he hates this whole undercover stuff. Blah, 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 blah. And then Naomi and him talk about how, what is this they talked about? Oh, she told him, pay your staff to do the stuff you got us in here doing. We don't feel like stuffing no envelope, sir. Thank you. Chelsea sees Iz and Haley and breaks that up right quick. Okay. So then Iz got on up out. He was like, oop, I got to go. And then Haley was like, oh, because she tried to rush Chelsea on, like, girl, I know you look like you're in a hurry to get somewhere. She was like, I got time. I got time. Because it looked like to me that you over here up in somebody's face. That's what she told her after Iz left. She was like, look to me like you already over here needing some attention this bad. You over here doing this to my daddy already, girl. I was like, but is you gonna tell your daddy? Because y'all don't gossip enough as a family. Your family don't have a gatekeeper spirit. As gatekeepers, we gonna tell everything. We gonna tell everything. We see everything. Okay. The tea being slapped out at mama. Do you know I was over there at daddy's office today and Haley had slapped that tea out my hand? Mama. Do you know that Haley had the nerve to pretend like she was having a baby and she wasn't having a daddy? Do you know I had seen Danny all up in his face today and then tried to rush me over so she could keep on talking to him. She was showing up for flirting. Y'all don't gossip enough as a family. Yeah, you Duprees too good to gossip. Because gatekeepers gossip, baby. We there. We there. Anyway, she was like, you need attention this bad. And then she was like, you know what? Maybe you need to give your daddy a call sometime. Can send him a text because your daddy's sick. I was like, now you know what, Haley knows she could touche somebody. When Haley don't like something, Haley gonna give you a little bit because she know this girl ain't know nothing about what's going on out there. Girl, you need to text your daddy because she was like, I'm hoping that Naomi and I will soon be gal pals again. Really, Haley, why do you want to be pals with somebody who daddy you trying to take out? Can somebody make it make sense for me? Because that just don't make no sense to me. Why does she want to be friends so bad with somebody who daddy she trying to lullaby up out of here? Girl, you is delusional. Okay, now. Hold on. Kat wasn't even on the show today, but y'all will find a way to bring her up. I'm sorry, Rhonda. Was she mentioned on the show today a few times, or am I wrong? I'm talking about what was said about her on the show today. So should I skip over that in the review? Was this Chelsea in here talking to her grandmama about Kat being mad at her? Was that Chelsea in there telling her cousin and her sister about what Kat said? So was she talked about today or no? Because that's what I'm talking about. But I can skip over that part if it's too much for you, girl, because I know y'all like to be cheering for people, whether they right or wrong. Y'all like to be cheering for people, whether they right or wrong. I'm sorry. Kat was so loving and kind when she was talking to Chelsea. She was. She said the most perfect, wonderful, beautiful things to Chelsea in support of her decision. I mean, there is one way to let somebody know that you disagree with what they're doing and maybe they shouldn't do it. But since we're talking about Catherine, let us pretend that it's all sunshine and sunbeams, okay? And so when Chelsea went and talked to her grandma today and said that Kat was upset with her, oh my God, Chelsea was wrong. Chelsea should have never referred to Kat in that manner. And she should have never went over there telling her brother, her sister, and her cousin about Kat being upset with her. She shouldn't have did it. She shouldn't have did it. Okay? Moving on. Now, I gotta change papers. Hold on. All right, now Anita is going to do a photo shoot, and Andre is going to be the one to do the photos for her. She said that she wants to get ahead of anything that people may have to say and start gossiping about the look, the change in her look. So she wants to present it in a more glamorized way, so that it, she has a handle on it. Because again, we have to remember that Anita is supposed to be somebody as big as like Diana Ross or Patti LaBelle or a Gladys Knight or any of these people that came along the same time she did. She's as big a star as them. So any change in her look, the same as they done for Diana Ross. Oh my God, Diana Ross' stomach getting big. Oh my God, Diana Ross ain't is too skinny. Oh my God, Diana Ross. You know, that's how people would do. Look at, oh, we think that Gladys Knight got Alzheimer's dementia because her son said so. You know, so she's trying to get ahead of the foolishness that people will put out here. So she's decided to do her own photo shoot. And photo shoot she did, okay? She gave y'all this. Boom, doom, 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 old Hollywood in her gold lame coat with the fur collar and her black gown underneath. She also put on one of her long wigs again for this one. Go ahead, Anita. And now we have Anita in her leopard print. Baby, let me tell y'all something. Anita wearing this dress right here. Anita is wearing, I love me some leopard print. Okay. Anita is wearing this dress. And is. And then she jumped on top of the piano with her slightly larger curly wig, foot up in the air, letting y'all have it. She let y'all have it. Remember, she had just said somebody a long time ago wanted her to take a picture with her laid across the piano. She was like, no, child, I would please. I'd jump up on the piano and take a picture and all mine. Now, this was my favorite look. This was glorious. It was glamorous. It was beautiful. This is my pick. This pixie cut is the one that I say, yes, Anita, yes, yes, and yes. Because that's what I thought she was going to have in the first place. I like this pixie cut better than the curly afro. So I hope you stick with the pixie cut because we likes the pixie cut. The big earrings, the red lipstick, the chunky jewelry. Oh, girl, you nailed this. You did that thing. You did that. You did that, sis. They even went, look, let's see, behind the gates is so cold. They went outside, turned the lights on under the tree. They was like, we about to light this thing to the height, baby. And did. Now, Bill tells Danny about tests that he should have taken in the hospital, and she's a bit concerned something is off. Because he feels something is off. And she was like, then what are you doing here at the office instead of at the hospital? He was like, well, Haley didn't think it was necessary. And she asked, when did Haley get a medical degree that you listening to her talk about something got to do with your health, food? She didn't say food, but you know what I'm saying. F-O-O-O-O-L. Okay. She was like, so why are you listening to her? Tell me why you listening to her again. He said, Haley don't think it's necessary. And she asked, when did she get her medical degree? So then she caught herself and she was like, okay, now I'm doing exactly what I came here to put an end to, Bill. He said, what is that? She was like, us, this thing that we do with us. Girl, you know you about to take care of Billy Willie. You know you about to take care of your big Billy Willie, girl. You know you about to take care of big Billy Willie, girl. You know you is. Because he is still the father of your cheerings. He's still the father of your cheering, girl. You know. You already know you about to take care of Bill, girl. Look at him. How you gonna not take it? Look how you not gonna take care of Bill. You know you gonna take care of Bill. You better take care of him. Now, Izan stopped over there by Martin's, and he's sitting down talking to Naomi. And he tells her that he saw Jacob today. He seemed a bit stressed. I know, I don't know what he's working on. She was like, girl, why you, well, she did ask, do whatever other wife do, girl. Be nosy and find out. We ain't got to go through all this stress. Now, Chelsea and Madison meet and agree Chelsea doesn't have to go to Copenhagen. They can just try to do this thing long distance, which is what I thought was going to happen in the first place. Because, child, you weren't about to leave this show for no whole year. And to me, it would have made more sense for you to fly back and forth from Black Anyway. You can go down there and stay a couple weeks, come back. Go down there and stay a month if you want to come back. You know, the more you like it, the longer you stay. The less you like it, the less you stay. Girl, I'm just here for 3 days and I'm flying back. Girl, I ain't here no whole week. Probably be better. Now, hold on, I'm skipping over something. Okay. Jacob got the news that he's in. He now works for the Impaler. I hope we get to see you at work tomorrow. Because we want to see who the Impaler is. We already know it's Grayson. We want to see who the Impaler is. We already know it's Grayson. It's going to be Grayson. Oh, big head said, watch it. Now, Bill and Danny are still standing up there talking. And he's surprised that she still thinks of them as an us. Danny says, all the walks down memory lane, a few times too many, with some kisses along the way. All this stuff has got to stop. But because I ain't doing it no more, Bill. And Bill said, now you know you done tried and said all that before, right? I'm just trying to remind you. You know you said all that before. You know your lips is, your mouth is saying one thing, but your lips be saying another, girl. Your lips be telling a whole nother story, girl. He was like, well, you done tried that before. And we done kissed, what, 3, 4 times? Huh? And so Danny says, it was too many times, whatever it was. But I'm drawing a line in the concrete. Girl, I hope that concrete ain't dry when you get ready to draw that line, girl. But she told Bill that they have to stay away from each other. And he asked her, can you stay away? And she said, yes, I can. But can you? And then she sashayed on up out that thing. I was like, girl, you better walk. Well, it was a good show today. It was. I can't wait to see what's going on tomorrow. Let me see if I can get a peek ahead. I don't forget what they said was happening tomorrow. Let's see. Let us see what's happening on Beyond the Gates tomorrow on Thursday, February 5th. Let's see. Wait a minute. I don't do that. I'm trying to read. I don't trust this one. Hold on, let me go back because I don't think it may not show me the right day. I don't like to be reading stuff ain't right. What's going on Beyond the Gates tomorrow on Thursday the 5th? Okay, let's see. Anita versus Anastasia. Ooh, Anastasia must about to get the gonna be talking. Girl, Anita gonna get you told. And sidebar, we still need for y'all to bring Karen Huger back. We need paging Karen Huger. We need for you to show up to the set, baby. We need you to wear this roll out. Nicole and Kyle go on a date. And Shanice makes a disgusting discovery. Okay, well, we're going to see. Is this the day Joey going to ask her to move in? Let's see. Joey lets Vanessa into his inner sanctum. He tells her this could mean danger. Girl, I ain't moving in the house with no gangster leans. I ain't digging on the scene in the gangster lean. Ooh. I ain't doing it. Okay. Unable to stay away from her. Joey knows the hidden dangers that Vanessa is unaware of. Dr. Dupree and Dr. Rollins, Greg Vaughn, have a turn now to see where things go. Okay, we're going to see where it go. Nicole and Kyle go on a date, but wait till Nicole Nixon sees this. She has an opinion on everyone's life. Oh, they talking about Cat. Now, this in the recap, so don't get upset now. It said, wait till Cat sees this. She has opinions on everyone's life at the moment and is sharing them whether they want them or not. That's what I said, but this what this writer has said too. I said it, child. I did. Nicole is embracing her new era and is changing up everything, including how she looks. Dr. Robinson, Ted is confounded by her new appearance. In fact, there are a few things Mr. Richards wouldn't recognize about his ex these days. Ooh, Ted and Shanice can't wait to get home and have some quality time together. But Leslie has other ideas. After having a concierge help her gain access to Ted's room, she planted a pair of Victoria's Secrets right down in the back of the couch. I mean, why would you be in the back? Why would I be in the back of somebody's couch rummaging around? Yeah. Shanice makes a revolting discovery just when things were going so well for the happy pair. This situation is going to explode. Leslie is going to love every minute of it. The resident nosy lady with a voice and no filter is back at it again, but this time she runs afoul of Anita Dupree. You'd have thought she might have learned a lesson from her last encounter with Shanice and Vanessa before that. Oh well, at least this should be a laugh. In Thursday episodes, Anita locks horn with Anastasia. Well, my. Mm. All right, let me get down to these comments because I heard some of y'all want to argue. So let me see. I'm about to scroll and stop. I'm going to stop right where it stopped. Kat is about 23 and Anita is in her 60s and 70s, so they would not have the same language, but the internet was the same, but the intent was the same. Yeah, just with a nastier tone. You right, girl. Bill is so tired. He tired of Haley. You know, that's how I get, when you be tipping and can on, it be all right for a while, then you be like, the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. Andre acted very well here. He should give lessons to Tomas on how to emote with his eyes, face, etc. Yeah, he did a good job. He did. Because I felt his pain when she was like, we kissed. He was like, well, I was like, ooh, child. Miss Jenny Moss, oh, hey, Peggy saying, hey, Peggy, I love Danny, but she's going to break Andre's heart. Well, now, see, that's another reason why you should stay away from people who still going through, breaking up. Don't be messing. Listen, here's a lesson for us people. Never mess with people who are on the swing back. Okay? You don't want to be the swing back person. You don't. Let people heal. Let people have their back and forth and back before you get in there. I keep telling you. Unfortunately, I think they are dirtying Bill up too much. Based on the history of all that he did, even people who like Danny and Bill will never want them back together. I don't really care if they get back together. I don't really want to see them back together, but because I hope he doesn't cheat on her. So I don't know. He done enough damage, girl. He done did it to you one time, girl. If anything, just date him. Don't marry him no more. It's similar to what they did to Ted. Ted not only cheated, but blamed his wife having miscarriages. Did it during one, ignored his family after the affair exposure. The affair is Eva's fault. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Jazzy Porters. I'm wondering if Bill bought the car for Caroline so that she could spy on Haley. He bought that car for Caroline because he know what he about to do, which is try to get his wife back. And he gonna need her to shut up. She gonna understand the assignment soon. We knew Bill cheated with the details of how he treated Danny, how she dampened herself for his selfish person just sets us, especially AA women, against him. For Danny forever. Yeah, she had said that he had cheated on her many times with the folks at work and stuff. So she had said that. So how many times is Danny going to finalize things with Bill? Girl, over and over and over and over and over. This is why you got to stay out the way from people when people rebounding. You can't get in the way when people just breaking up. Stay out of their stuff. Andre should have known that if he ain't, he about to learn now. He about to learn now. How many times? Okay, I reread that one. Hello, Miss Jen Gatekeepers. My apologies. Hey, Belinda. Smitty is going to get Jacob unalive. These two are freaking frack. He at least going to get a rib broke or something. Danny didn't believe, or going to be in a coma. Didn't believe Danny one bit about her being over Bill. She thinks she over. She thinks she over it. Hey, JB. She think. Bill might be a fool, but Andre is a dummy. Whoop! Woo! Exactly. I don't think Danny's finalized means the same as the rest of the world. I believe she believes it. She does. I can't wait until Bill finds out about Haley. I hope he does. Her ill fate innocence act is sickening. Who are you talking about? Haley? Y'all, I was hoping Naomi would have walked in on Haley flirting and rubbing on Isaiah. Wouldn't that have been good? But that's okay. Chelsea saw it. Is she gonna say something though? You're supposed to see something. You're supposed to say something. You see something. You're supposed to say something. I almost thought Bill had won Danny over. He gave her a magic man attack, looking deep in Danny's eye. He has won Danny over. Danny is fighting for her life right now. I thought Shady Haley was trying to give Isaiah one of them player club seat dances. She was, as far as I'm concerned. Haley was all but in that man's lap today. She would not speak like that, like a 70-year-old, but right now, age don't make you change, Elaine. If I'm mean and evil at 20, I'm gonna be mean and evil at 40, 50, and 60. I'm not saying she's mean and evil, but if I'm whatever you are is what you're gonna be unless you start making changes. Now it's easier to make changes when you're young if you know to make those changes. But if nobody ever tells you that you need to change, then you just keep on with the same foolishness. And even then, people may not see the light. Those earrings are too much on her face. No, they're not. They are beautiful. I thought I liked them. Right. Anything to down Cat, even when she made the same point as Anita, she made the same point. I said it was in the house. She delivered it. You ugly is one thing. But girl, maybe we could do some things to, I don't know, kind of spruce up your look a little bit. And so I'm saying it's all in the delivery. And y'all know Cat delivery is funky, but then again, no, you don't. Cat also knows that Chelsea was in a disagreement with Madison. Right. She brought all that up. Y'all just broke up and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Let her had turned that table around and said the same things about Tomas. She'd have fell out up in there. You can't say nothing to Cat about what Cat doing. But Cat in everybody's business. Tell me somebody's business Cat ain't in. I wait. What is Jacob and Smitty over there talking about? Why y'all ain't going over there supporting Grandma? Don't say nothing to me about the bracket test. What is you gonna do for Grandma? You ain't going over there. You didn't come to the party. You didn't even answer your phone. Can we talk about that? Can we backpedal and talk about that? You ignored people's phone calls when you knew what was going on. She didn't tell her grand that part. No, she ain't. I really enjoyed Anita's photo shoot with Andre. Yeah, that was cute. I like the short pixie cut too. Right? They just argue over not being the same. Then they rush to move out of the country together in a panic. That may be true, but some stuff ain't your business when you're trying to tell people something. Some things you don't get in. It's like you listen to a husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend fight. Boy, listen what my mama told me. Let them do the talking. Don't you say nothing about them, because the only thing they're going to remember is what you said, not what they said about him. Girl, he's low down, cheating dog. Girl, what you going to do, girl? And I'm going to tell you something. And then he came on there and stole my money. He did. Oh, my God. Oh my Lord. But if you get in there talking about, girl, he just a thief, he just a low down, she gonna go back and tell that man. And then she called you a thief and a low down and a bald head scoundrel. She did. And he gonna be like, what? I don't want you around her no more. That's the way it go. You don't talk about other people's stuff. Oh, we covered that already. Now, Miss Jen, don't skip over the Cat part. I ain't skipping over nothing. I'm here to do the review. You cheer for Eva, so apparently it's okay to support the wrongdoings of others. I discussed what I feel about Eva. I love the photo shoot. The last pic was, and if I was saying something favorable about Cat, you wouldn't even care. But I don't like Cat's personality as it is written today. And I'm going to say this again. I believe that they are trying to curve Cat's character and grow her up. And so I'm looking forward to learning about that Catherine. But this Catherine now is a spoiled brat, as she should be, as she's written to be, and therefore I can only cover her as they have presented her. I don't want Danny to go back to Bill, but he did need her to think about his health instead of listening. Yeah, she gonna show up for that. She's gonna, Danny, girl, you ain't about to not care about what's going on with Bill. Seeing Anita's pixie cut made me cut my hair and get about to cut my hair and get the pixie style. Girl, I was thinking the same thing. Because my hair is short right now. And I'm like, as soon as it grow out, I think I'm going to pixie cut myself for a while. Bill thinks he is suspicious because I cut all my hair off every winter. Just about every winter. Bill looks like he is suspicious, but he keeps doing exactly what Haley said is going to unalive him. Well, he ain't drinking the tea. I guess you're going to put it in his biscuits now, girl. You're going to put it in his biscuits now, girl. Look at my Bill little belly. That little belly cute on Bill. It is. I really hope Danny is tempting him on purpose to leave him in the dirt. Ooh. Miss Jen, your review cap was awesome. Thanks, because I didn't get to see all the entire show. Okay, great. Hey, Jasmine. She said, hey, Miss Jen, not the gangster lean girl she was trying. You want to be digging in the scene with the gangster lean? I'm good with Kat saying what she wants. People say what they want to hear. Kat is often right more than wrong, but I digress. Kat may be right, but baby, if you write and loud, if you write and offensive, who hears you? Nobody. I love the Pixie Cup too. This is the messiness that I did not want for Shanice. Ted is a mess, and everything about him will be messy. When she know what she wanted. Real Talk says, why is Danny so pressed about Bill giving Caroline a car? What is the problem? Because she knows that Bill bought her that car to quiet her up about what Bill about to do, because she done been married to Bill for 30 years, and this is how Bill moves. Bill said to her, and I quote, he says, I gave you the car because, let me get the words up here. He said, loyalty and discretion are rewarded. Loyalty and discretion. Meaning that you gonna need to keep your mouth shut about what you about to see, boo. Hey, Real Talk, glad to see you here, Belinda says. Des the Bomb says, Bill is a cheater. He is a cheater, pumpkin eater. He is. I agree, Elaine. Ted is no good for Shanice. They said, you no good, baby, you're no good. Also, why is Danny so upset about Caroline being loyal to Bill? Who exactly is Caroline supposed to be loyal to? Danny? Danny is not her friend. Bill ain't her friend either. Bill is her employer. Danny doesn't sign Caroline's paycheck. Bill does. Caroline's loyalty is not to Bill, not to Danny. I think that was what Danny said. Danny said that because Bill tried to say, Caroline likes you, and she said, no, Caroline is loyal to you. She only tolerated me because I was your wife. I think she said exactly what you're saying. Danny is not over Bill, the cheater. She's not. I don't think Caroline ever liked Danny. She simply tolerated her for Bill's sake. She don't like Haley either. Well, it's very clear that Bill still not only likes but loves Danny. Very true. Chelsea is dingy as she is not going to say anything. Supposedly smart. Naomi did not say anything. Chelsea is dingy. She's not going to say anything. Supposedly smart. Naomi did not say anything. Well, it's very clear that Bill not only likes but loves Danny. I agree with that. Yes, sis, Beer Belly Bill, love him some Danny. You know what he do? I believe he do love him some Danny. I do. I sure enough do.
Say something else about Bill. Say something else. Did I tell you not to say nothing else about Bill? I'm gonna knock the stuffing out of you. Knock the stuffing out. I done told you don't say nothing about Bill over here. Don't say nothing to me about Bill. Say something else. Say something else.
You and KB thought y'all had slid today, didn't you? Think you slipping and sliding. Y'all ain't slipping and sliding. I seen you. Yes, sis, he most certainly does. And I have been loving the way things have been playing out over these past few months, especially with the reveal of Scaly. You mean Valerie. Her name is Valerie. KB Mama, yes, sis, I do too. Call her by her rightful name. Either refer to her as Bathsheba or Valerie. You know her name. That ain't none of her name. She ain't nothing. She done showed up. You know what was interesting? I saw a clip. Hey, be on purpose. I saw a clip of the wedding scene when Danny walked in there with the pow. I'm telling y'all, we should rewatch that and review that all over again. Because when I tell you how much that makes sense now, to see, we know all the stuff we know now. I'm telling y'all, one day we're going to watch that one weekend or something, and we're going to talk about that episode, because that episode when she pulled that pow out hit a whole lot different now. I would like to do a watch along, but you know they be bothering us every time we do a watch along. Here they come. Here they come. Hey, be on purpose. You and Belinda, both of y'all can get it. I seen both of y'all. Both of you ought to be shamed. Just hang your head. In the words of Esther, need to be in a vocational school, learning a trade. Y'all in the starting field. I seen y'all. Anyway, y'all, I ain't gonna stay in here long with y'all. I just came in here to chit and chat. And you know, I be loving when we have a little back and forth. So thank you, Rhonda Reed, Annie Lane, because you know a little controversy go a long way over here. We love it. We do. We do. I be loving it. I agree about the Pow Pow episode. Rewatch it. Yeah, it hits way different when you watch it now. I would suspect that there's something. The key things we need to watch is the Pow Pow episode, the anniversary episode, and I would say, what else do I think was really changing? I know I'm gonna watch that episode again when what's her name was tipping around up in that house, Tracy, because I ain't forgot you, Tracy. So those are two things that I think that we should get together and watch and re-talk about and debate, because that thing, I'm gonna do a watch along for those two. I won't get any, I can't monetize that episode when I do. It's just not gonna let me monetize that episode. So I won't get my 25 cents that day. Because YouTube is diabolical. But anyway, but I love it. I love it here, YouTube. I do. I love you. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, now listen. Yeah, a rewatch would be really nice, because I was listening to that speech and I was like, ooh, okay, because at the time she just sounded crazy spouting off all that stuff. But now that we know everything that we do, interesting. Just gonna be interesting. Okay, let me read a few last these comments. All the Dan and Bill scenes hit differently now. That's why I want Bill to suffer. Yes, a rewatch would be nice. He was purposely cruel at some points, knowing he was wrong. And Bill ain't cared. And Bill ain't even cared. All right, gatekeepers, that's a wrap for today. We made it through another day and another trip behind the gates. We are officially halfway through the week, and Friday is already waving at us. Do y'all see Friday waving at us? Hey, Friday. Hey, Friday. Thank you all so much for spending part of your day with me and for being part of this conversation. And you already know how I'm going to end it. I do hope that you all have had a great day. But if not, there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. All right. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.